All right? Shalom. Born again, we give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem, Wakakadash. And also as well, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. They continue to rule very well to this very day, continually feeding the flock of the Spirit and power of Yahweh, Hashem, and also as well, Shalom, much honors to the Holy Elect as well. There's also planning his work as well, continuing to spread this gospel, this good news to the other members of the Holy Elect in all faith, true sincerity, and also in all charity. All right? Now, of course, we're going to start off with the days of trouble coming to Babylon the Great, man. Okay? Because unbeknownst to the people that's around us, all right, the time of trouble is very near, man. And as near as even at the doors. While everybody is asleep and everybody is resting, you know, it's at rest, okay? And also as well, you know, being lackadaisical in this time, the Lord Yahweh Bashmel Shah is stirring everything up, man. And he's allowing the prophecies to take place in these last days, okay? And that's why now you're seeing in these last days, the prophecies stirring up even more and more. That's why you're seeing wars culminate. That's why you're seeing struggles, conflicts, famines, pestilences, diseases. All that's being brought to the forefront now, man. Because now it's time for the Lord to speak. All right? And this is how the Lord is speaking in this time. The way the Lord is speaking to the people today is by way of the prophecies written within the scriptures, man. And the Bible tells you that you're going to be a visitor of the Lord with tempests and storms and fire, man. Okay? And that's the times we're entering into right now. Okay? Now somebody can, I'll go ahead and grab Daniel 12 chapter, first verse.
But it's Daniel 12 and 1. At that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble.
That's right. It said there shall be a time of trouble, man. And that's the time that we're entering into right now. And like I said, even though the people around us, they don't see it, you know, they're too busy worrying about who's going to be, who's going to end up in the Super Bowl, man. Who's going to end up in the championships, you know? Who's going to be the next MVP, you know? Or what's going to happen in the news, you know, with these celebrities, man. They're not worrying about what's going on concerning prophecy, man. They're not worrying about their lives, man. And that's basically what it boils down to. Because now these people, they don't regard, you know, life in itself, man. You know, and that's why people they promote death in this time. And how do we know that? Because their lifestyles, man. Look at how these people are living, man. You think they care about what's going on around the world? You think they care about what's going on over in the Ukraine or other places like that? You think they care about what's going on concerning the famines, the lack of food, the prices rising, inflation? They don't care about that, man. Only thing they care about is what's going on in their own lives and getting what they want, man. And that's why we always say that this is a microwave generation, man. This is a generation that's been bred to be weak, okay? It's bred to be weak in regards to the way that they live, man. Because when you see their lifestyles, case in point, you know, we're seeing it right now, okay? Their lifestyles is regarded to things that are weak, man, which is according to the flesh, okay? Which is not according to the spirit of Yahweh Bashmel Shah, man. Which is where strength lies. Okay? So we understand where our power comes from. We understand where our protection comes from. We don't regard our protection, all right, from Esau Edom, which is the so-called white man. We don't regard his protection, man, because over time and time again, he has shown you how much he hates you, man. He has shown you time and time again how much he wants you dead. How much he wants you destroyed. He wants your lineage to disappear. You got
this is the book of Psalms 10. This is the book of Psalms 10. And I'm going to start at verse 8. It says, he sitteth in the lurking places of the villages, in the secret places that he murdered the innocent.
The so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. We don't have any power in this society today, man. We don't have sovereignty. You know, we don't have a standing army or things to call our own, man. The labels that they gave us were so-called African American, you know, so-called Asian, man. You're basically put under a label or a title that doesn't belong to you, man. This man has done a great job of deceiving our people, man. He has deceived you into thinking that you are of somebody that's not of any worth. That's not of anything, man. That's why even to this very day, even in this law, you still regard it as 3/5 of a man. And that law hasn't been done away with. Name me one time in history that they've done away with that, man. They still look at you as less than a man. Yeah, exactly. That's in the Constitution. All right? They show you that how much they hate you, man. They show you how much they regard you as a person, man. Okay? But here it is, the man of the Lord that's been set up by Yahweh by Shemal Shai, the creators of the heaven and the earth, showing you that you are somebody, man. That you are a son of the Heavenly Father, man. We are the children of the Most High, man. The sons of the Most High. Okay? You got it.
Got another one real quick. You got it. This is the book of Psalms 83 and verse 2. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that have lifted up their head, it's like, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
That's right. They that hate us have lifted up the head, man. All right, that pride. Okay? When you lift up the head, that basically you thumbing your nose up at the children of the Lord, man. Okay? And you're doing that by these cunning devices, man. Okay? By having our people being put at the bottom of the barrel by the way of your system that you set up, man. Okay? And by way of the system, our people are continually being oppressed, man. And again, when you look at the track record and what's going on around the world, you find out the root of the problem. You find out where all these problems lies to, man. Because when you take an analysis and look at what's happening in the society, you have to realize the reason why these things are happening. The reason why, you have to read the labels on your food. The reason why you have to go down, to the grocery store, just to buy necessities, man. Basic things just to live, man. And you will find out that all these things go back to Esau, the so-called white man. You got it.
It says they have taken crafty counsel against our people.
Right, so they continuously go into these meetings, all right, to speak against our people, to come up with these different doctrines, these prescribed laws that's really written for them only. It's not written for us, man. Okay? Because during the time when, like I mentioned earlier, the Constitution, when that was being put together, where were we? We was in chains, man. We was in captivity. And none of that was written for us, man. Okay? But here it is now. The Lord is revealing all of that, man. And showing that this man is indeed the deceiver, man. The devil that the Bible speaks of, man. Okay?
When they Jabberwocky first came out, who they wanted to take first? The so-called Black Latinos and Native Americans. And why they was the first ones that had to take the Jabberwocky, man. Because Esau, he had a plan. Esau know how Jake's body works, man. He know where poison to put inside your body to knock you out, man. You know?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. And that's why when you see a lot of times when you go into like biology, like the organs and stuff like that, how did they get that knowledge? They had to use a Jake in order to know that, man. And that's what they were doing even back during the time of hardcore bondage, man. They were cutting Jake open, seeing the organs, how they work, man. When you really dive into the history behind it, man, you realize how vile a person he is, man. He was doing all kinds of experiments and Jake, just to find out, what is the number one disease or the number one virus they can send out to destroy us, man. Okay? Because everything that they've been put out, and you can look into it, man. Throughout the course of history, you see these different pestilences, diseases, viruses, whatever. Every single time they say, well, the minority, they talking about us, right? They say you're more susceptible to catching this, man. Now, why is that? Why would you put that out there? Because again, that goes back to showing how much he hates us, man. That goes back to show us, how much he has devised devices against us to destroy us as a people, man. Okay? To destroy because he knows that once again he knows that we are the sons of the heavenly man.
This is Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1. Woe is the them that were free unrighteous decrees.
Right, this is born to them that were free unrighteous decrees, man. And here it is. Everything you see now is an unrighteous decree. All right? Everything that they bring into law is an unrighteous decree. All right? The reason why, Jake is being put underneath this system is in order for us is in order to destroy us, man. Okay? To destroy us as a people once again. So all these decrees is written in the law. Okay, case in point, we talked about it before, right? This whole LGBTQ, plus A, B, C, whatever, man. Why is that written in the law, man? And when the scriptures completely speak against that, man. Now, why is that, man? Because again, it shows that this man is the wicked that the Bible speaks of, man. Who else would do that? You know, who else would? And he knows about the Bible. You know, he looked into it. Okay, so what would drive you to make up a law? You know, regarding same-sex marriage or whatever, man. You know, why would you write that in the law knowing that it's written in it, man? You know, why? Because you are the devil, man. All right.
And that right grievousness which they have prescribed.
Right, and right grievousness which they have prescribed, man. And these things are grievous, man. All right? It is irksome to the men of the Lord. Okay? It's irksome to the righteous, man. Because those things which are written are not for us, man. Those things are not according to the law, statutes, and commandments of the Heavenly Father, man. And if they were, then the society wouldn't be going the way it's going, man. Look at the rulership of this man. Look at how he's ruling the planet Earth. If it was according to the Bible, then it wouldn't be in the earth of chaos. But now as you see it, everything is running rampant, man. Everything is out of order. Why? Because this man is not ruling according to the Bible, man. And it also identifies who he is, man. Okay? Somebody get a second testimony. Second testimony. Yeah, we're going to go right to it. Get it out there, y'all.
In the book of Job, chapter 10, and verse 22, a land of darkness as darkness itself.
Right, it's a land of darkness as darkness itself. What are they talking about, man? They're talking about Babylon, man. And guess what? That influence has spread throughout the four corners of the earth, man. Okay? And that darkness represents their rulership, in which they're ruling according to what's against the scriptures, man. Okay? That's that utter darkness that's been cast over the people, man. To where they're not able to see the light. Okay? Because this is the light right here, man. And that light represents the knowledge of Yahweh by Shemel Shai. Everything is in order.
I feel like scripture tell you that in 2 Corinthians 4th chapter, God of this world has blinded the minds of them that believe in not. So for those of you who are not quite able to wrap your mind around the doctrine we presented, it's because Esau, so-called white man, laid stumbling blocks in front of you, man. Because ultimately you trust in his system. You have made his monetary system your refuge, what he laid out as being a form of making it a success. Right? You got an NBA contract or a record deal. And now you made it. That's according to the so-called white man standard. Right? So that complements what the brother read in Job 10 chapter. That land of darkness and the source of that darkness, Esau. This is not Charlie, I want to say simply. You're not talking in circles. We in court and we pointing out Esau. We say that's the nigga. That's who Bob. That's who Bob being killed by ancestors.
Are you speaking authority to what it says? Straight to the point? You know, understand.
That's sword. Sword of the spirit. That's it.
Yeah, it is it, man. And this is how the culprit is being identified, man. You know, and the Lord Yahweh by Shemel Shai is the one that's identifying it. All right, and he's using his men right now to bring it out. Okay, that's why. In other words, the spiritual prosecutors. You know, we're telling you, look, this is what this man did. This is and show him that he's just a man. Okay, because in his mind, he thinks that he got control over everything, man. Not knowing that Yahweh by Shemel Shai is controlling you. He's pulling the puppet strings over you and controlling what you're doing, man. All right.
Obadiah speaks about pride of thine heart has deceived thee. Like the brother going into. The Most High gave you a high level of pride, right? Now you done befooled yourself. You done tricked yourself. Thinking that, you ain't that say up in his heart, who shall bring me down? And that's pride at its finest when you don't even control your next breath, like we were talking about earlier. Job 10 and 22 again, a land of darkness as darkness itself, and of the shadow of death without any order.
Whoa. Says without any order, man. Okay? What's the opposite of order? Disorder. Okay? And that's what you see here in this world today, man. And who is that being perpetuated by? Esau, man. All right, that disorder, man. And what is that disorder? The things that are not lining up with what Yahweh Shai has laid down since the beginning, man. Okay?
And that's why I said, like it without any order. Because when Esau Edom set up his system, when he set up his rules, laws, and legislation, what it did, everything he set up was anti of the laws and legislation of the truth, which is Yahweh Hashem Yahushua's law.
Right. That's why the Lord is known as the Heavenly Father.
Right.
In America, known as the whore. That's two different extremes. Right? There's a matriarch society versus a patriarch society. Feminine society versus masculine. You see that? That's it. Yeah. Okay, I say, fuck it out. The brother said, a land of, what? Say that again.
It says, and of the shadow of death without any order.
That's why America known as Babylon.
Babylon being in the Hebrew word Babal translated what? Confusion. That's not any order. Yeah. Oh, you see? Oh, you got it. Okay, it says, it's finishing up, Job 10 and 22, and where the light is as darkness.
The light is as darkness, man. All right? And that's why when you read the scripture, it says everything is turned upside down, man. Okay? Because now they see his light, right? Because he's known in the scriptures as what? As Isaiah, the 14th chapter, as Lucifer, man, the light bearer. All right? But that's on the left-hand side, man. Okay? In which he's showing you his knowledge. His knowledge of wickedness, man. Okay? And like I just said, those are two extremes, man. So he's showing you his part, okay, which is our wickedness, okay? But now Yahweh Shai is revealing the light, which is according to what's being shown to you by the man of the Lord, man. Okay? Now the true light bearers are being brought out, man. And now it's being sprung forth, man. And the darkness is stirring away now, man. Okay? And there's nothing that this man can do. All right?
It's the book of 2 Thessalonians, chapter 2, and verse 7, and it says, for the mystery of iniquity doeth already work.
Right, it says the mystery of iniquity, man. Okay, so it was a mystery at one point, man. All right? And so it says the mystery of iniquity, and now that mystery is being revealed. All right? And we're showing you the mystery of iniquity, all right, according to what the scripture is saying.
Only he who now letteth will let, until he be taken out of the way.
Right. That's right, and that's the Yahweh Shai. And again, that goes right back to what this brought out. All right, saying that this man, hey, look, you played yourself, man. All right, you don't know that the Lord is controlling you, man. That's why the prayer says, "He who not led it will elect," man. So now you're only given a certain time to do what you got to do, man. The Lord is the one that's pulling you to do these things, man. And that's why very soon, that's why the MOTP is going to be enacted. And it is indeed deceiving, man. All right? And that's been shown throughout years and years now, man. Okay? And there's no refuting that fact that the MOTP is indeed deceiving, man, to do what he's going to do, man. We just enact this. Okay? Yeah.
Verse 8, and then shall that wicked be revealed.
Right, and now that wicked's being revealed, man. So, and again, that for a time, we didn't know who the wicked was, man. And now we know. Because guess what? All roads go back to Esau, man. And everything you see now, like I said earlier, now you're seeing the roots of all the problems. Now you're seeing that mystery of iniquity. All right? Now you're seeing who the wicked really is, man. All right? It's being brought out to you and showing you that it is indeed Esau Edom, man. Okay? And you see it each and every single day, man. All right? Every single day is something new. All right? According to wickedness being brought out, man. Because, again, he's showing you his true nature. You can't change this man from who he is, man. You can't take an Edomite, all right, and turn him into a righteous man. It's impossible. It's not in his DNA. He hasn't been brought up to be like that, man. Yahweh Shai chosen out specific roles in this movie, okay? And he's been picked out to be the role of the wicked, all right? And he's playing out his role to a T. Okay?
It says, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth.
Right. So now the Lord is consuming this man with the spirit of his mouth, man. Now he's consuming this man with the word. This is how you combat the so-called white man. If you're not gonna guns, you know, and weaponry, all right, and marching up and down the streets with loud horn is not gonna solve the problem, man. Okay? This is what is gonna be used against this man. He can do nothing against this, man. Why? Because this is from an exterior force that he can't touch. All right? This is from a higher power that he's unable to reach. Okay? So now we are dealing with a power he's not able to reach. And guess what? In that turn, he's gonna have no power in his hand. Because the Lord is gonna bring, all right, the calamity towards him, man. Okay? You got it.
And shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
Right, and he's gonna, in the end of it, he's gonna destroy him with the brightness of his coming, man. So at the end of all these ordeals, the Lord's gonna bring about that fire, man. He's gonna level out the entire kingdom, and that is the perfect judgment for this current wicked system, man. And there is nothing else that's gonna be used to cleanse this place, man. Okay? There's no other solution. Name me one thing that's gonna solve this problem that we have, man. And you're gonna find out it's gonna be nothing, man. The only way that this problem can be solved is by way of destruction. All right? A mass death, man. A mass cleansing of the earth. That's the only way, man. Because the earth has got to be cleansed, man. And everywhere this man has went, he has defiled the planet Earth, man. That's why the scriptures say the earth languishing. All right? Because of the inhabitants thereof, man. Because of Esau. And everybody else that you see is walking up and down the street, all right, that's not paying attention to prophecy, all right, they're following that in that same fashion. Just as the ruler is, so is the people, all right? So now you see that. So now it's got to be a cleansing that's got to happen, all right?
But it's Isaiah 47:1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon.
Right, man. So come down and sit in confusion. All right, O virgin daughter of Babylon, man. Okay? It's talking about America. All right, so come down and sit in confusion. That's what this place is reduced to, confusion. I said earlier. All right? Which is Babylon, which is Babal, which means confusion. Okay? So this place, and you see it, man. The confusion everywhere, man. All right? That's why you have to be on toothpicks and pins and needles, all right, to not fall, man. Because everywhere you go, all right, everywhere you go here in society, man, you're liable to follow anything, man. If the spirit is not on you, if the how about you is not with you, man. All right, that's why King David said it beautifully. That this place is the valley of the shadow of death, man. Because everywhere you go, all right, everywhere you go, man, there's death on every side, man. Everywhere you go, man, and you see on the people too, all right? People are literally walking on this field, man, all right?
There is no throne.
Okay? And that role is to bring about people to the planet Earth. Now, what do you think the result of that is going to be? It's going to be death, man. You bring about deathly things, guess what? You're going to receive that, man. What does Scripture say? The Most High is not mocked. All right. So what's our man soweth, that she also reaps. So you bring about these things upon the earth, wickedness. Guess what? You're gonna receive a reward for that, man. And the Lord's gonna make sure that you know that He's the one that's doing this.
And Scripture says the Lord left Sodom and Gomorrah for an example. For those who live afterwards, that's chronologically, right? You will live ungodly, man. What the so-called white man did? So right around thumbing his nose up at the how about Seattle shot. So that's why we understand through the prophecy, visitation of the Heavenly Father was in heaven. And it's like, the people don't really see the perfection and confuse it, but the building they might have Isaiah 46.
Yeah, right.
Colossians 3:25. But he that doeth wrong shall receive for the wrong which he have done.
There it is right there, man. So it says, he that doeth wrong is going to receive from the wrong that he doeth, man. Okay? So, there's no way around that, man. There's no way you can get around that scripture, man. If you do wrong, you're gonna receive for that wrongdoing, man. Okay? And guess what? Esau's not gonna get away scot-free, man. This is court, man. Court's in session, man. All right? And you're in front of the judges right now, and the supreme judge is watching over us right now, man. All right? And guess what? Now you're being prosecuted. All right, and your crimes are being shown before the Heavenly Father, man. And that's why you read, right, that blood of Abel, that was in front of God. Guess what? That's still being echoed today, man. That blood still crying out to y'all about your God. All right, and what's it saying? Avengers of our enemies, man. Right. All right, and for him putting us to death, man.
And he was righteous for doing that. He wasn't wicked for doing that. And furthermore, these devils, that's why these devils want to put down all these fucking concrete roads. Really more than the roads. Just slabs of concrete. Then you think you're slick. You think you're gonna decry that blood of crying out. This place is built on the blood of the saints. On our backs, man. Slaughtering. I mean, it's countless stories. But just going back to what the brother's saying, that blood is still crying out today. But Esau Edom think he can suppress that message. All right? By putting down the concrete.
Cover up the evidence.
Cover up the evidence.
All the makings of a criminal. Wipe away the fingerprint, the fingerprint, the fingerprint. Or the scripture speaks about that inquisition. That would eventually be done. And that's good. Oh, that's open. Hey, like I said, the books are open, man. And like my son said, court is a session. So-called white man can't somehow sidestep his fate.
Yeah, that's right, man. And the thing is that in the back of his mind, he knows, man. Okay? He knows that. That's why the scripture say he still seeks to repent and care through with tears. Okay? Because of that birthright that was taken away from him, man. And there was a reason why that birthright was taken away from him. Okay? Because look at that event that took place when he gave away his birthright, or that birthright was taken away. Guess what? That's being played out today. Why? Because you couldn't wait for that food to be cooked, man. You wanted it now.
Woe to him who has lost patience. That's it. That's why when you look at American flag, you have fast food restaurants. That's an indicator that this Esau's kingdom. You couldn't wait, for the food to cook, for the Lord left open to serve as that day and measure, if you will, whose kingdom we will be in. So we're in a time now when the Lord is stepping in on our behalf, man. As touching this man's offenses, his ill dealings and searching his past. I feel like I think one of the brothers got that.
This is Wisdom of Solomon chapter 1 and verse 7. For the Spirit of the Lord filled the world, and that which containeth all things have knowledge of the voice. Therefore he that speaketh unrighteous things is early behind God.
One of them is the unveiling of the devil. He thought the devil was the guy with a goddamn set of horns, man. Hey, that shows you how far out of place we were. He thought the devil was the guy with a thing over. It's a subject.
It says, neither shall vengeance when it
like so to see that like friends. Get into your friends. That shows you how far from the real life. So this was an act of mercy, the Lord bringing back our faculties. Remember the scripture said, y'all was a child and thought of a child. Well,
son, neither shall vengeance when it punishes pass by him.
That's right. And so it says, neither when vengeance comes, it's not going to pass by him, man. So it's not going to be a thing where the Lord just forgot about you, or forgot about America or Babylon the Great. You think the Lord left out America in the Bible? You think this place don't play a critical role in this point in time that we're in right now? Of course it does, man. All right, because this is the seed that the Lord has chosen to make himself known. This is going to be the great revealing of Yahushua, man. Why? Because this is something that the people see as strange, man. They're not going to expect a so-called Negro, so-called black man coming down with chariots, man. Okay? They're not going to expect the Lord to come down in that miraculous fashion. Yeah, there it is. They're not going to expect this, man. Okay? They have no clue that the Lord, Yahweh Shai, is about to return with force, man. And he's going to bring down those judgments like the author reads. He's going to bring down those judgments towards the ones who have committed these iniquities, man. All right?
It says, for inquisition shall be made into the council.
Process of even judgment, it begins on something's good character and him being revealed.
Yeah, that's the dynamic of court. Or apprehending the offender, you reveal them first. That's why you see the movie, right? The guy was captured, the snake was passing up, some nigga and balls in balls out there. But that's the first step. That's the first step. You gotta reveal it. It was the barrier. Real tough. But you know what's heavy about that? What the brother just said, like that word time, that's heavy, man. That goes hand in hand with Jesus. So when it's about the time, yeah, this is the time reserved for Esau, the visitation of Esau, just like the Lord visited the ancient Egyptians. So the so-called white man being in power is not going unnoticed, if you will, by prophecy. He was set up as a prophet in this throne for ushering the kingdom of heaven is set up. That's why the prophet was driven by calling him out. Bet you we got a sign of it. Edomite out here somewhere. You know? Precept to bag it up. And honestly, you know, that's the spirit of Yahweh Shai. That's the same spirit Moses and Aaron was in. They were dead set on descending upon the Pharaoh.
Yeah, that's right. That's why the author read too, that inquisition, man. Okay? We say inquisition means to heavy scrutinize, man. To lay out the evidence, okay, in which the main evidence is us being here, first and foremost. Okay? Because what it tells you in Exodus, it says, he that sealed the man, if he found in his hand, shall be put to death, man. And look where we are. We're still in your hands, Esau. All right? So when the Lord Yahweh Shai comes back and he sees his precious possession in your hands, what do you think he's going to do, man? He's going to cut you or something, man. And lay you down. Okay?
It says, for inquisition shall be made into the councils of the ungodly, and the sound of his words shall
It's in the council of the ungodly. You know, you just had this WEF World Economic Forum. That was an example of the council of the ungodly, man. When the spirit was up, the spirit of that spirit that's on us. The mystery man. Right? We equipped. Oh, what's the mistake? We were made to reprove his thoughts. Well, your thoughts found in your head. So the head of Esau, being the elite, is where their thoughts are. Where they plot and strategize to further the derision and oppression of the children of Israel. So that's heavy right there. Read that part again.
good. For inquisition shall be made into the councils of the ungodly.
See, unto the councils of the ungodly, man. Scripture tells you how they would be, how the world would turn away backwards. So as they try to advance, the Lord set us up as stumbling blocks. Detours, if you will.
Build without y'all throw down.
Right.
And this how the Lord's doing it, man. The Lord's throwing down this man's system is by way of first and foremost, starting with the men of the Lord, man. There's a reason why the Lord set up his men, man. We are experiencing systematically breaking down this man's system through the spirit of power and how about shot, man.
The soul of the spirit of the knowledge.
And very early. This is how, again, this is how you can battle. Okay? This is kryptonite, so to speak. His weakness. Okay? This is his chink in the armor. Okay? And make no mistake, the Lord Yahweh Shai has raised war against this man. And this is how he's doing it. Okay? This is a systematic breakdown of his kingdom. All right, you know, and that's a part of it too. When you have Israelites in the spies in the city, scoping out. All right, guess what? The Lord sent forth his men behind enemy lines, man. Okay, and guess what? It's being broken down piece by piece, and to the point where the Lord Yahweh Shai is gonna utterly destroy it, man. And he's crippling this place, man. You see it. That's why the economic structure is broken down, and everything around you is breaking down in itself, man. Okay? And again, this is Yahweh Shai that's doing this, man. Because again, that war is being raged, man. All right? And the Lord's bringing the battle straight to Esau Edom, man. And like I brought in the scripture, right? The council of the wicked, all right? The top of the Edomites, because we're not worried about these Joe Blow Edomites, man. These are lower level Edomites. No, we're talking about the higher ups, man. The ones that have control over everything on the planet Earth, man. They have the riches of the world. That's who these threats are being thrown to, man. All right.
The gates of the noble.
That's it.
Remember Moses and Aaron? It was straight to Pharaoh.
Yeah, they went straight to the source.
Yeah.
All right, and that's what the Lord is doing through his men, going straight to the source, man. All right, which are the bankers, the Rothschilds, man. That is where this is being directed towards, man. Once that's being brought down, then this whole structure, this whole system is brought down in itself, man. Okay, and that's what's gonna happen in the time to come, man. And that's why they're gonna be taking off that throne, man. The throne which they sit on right now, the dominion that they have, man. Okay, and that dominion is gonna turn to ashes. And the Lord, and it only takes the Lord an hour to do that. You spent 200, 300 years to try to accomplish your NWO. We're trying to take control over the planet Earth by way of the MOTB, man. Okay? But no, the Lord's going to bring that down in a short time. In 1 hour, man. All that time you spent, that blood, sweat, and energy, is trying to reach that point in which you can't even get to in the first place. Okay? Trying to reach the point of being like the Most High. And guess what? In that time, the Lord is going to show you that you're just a man. That's why the scripture saying in Isaiah, I believe the 31st chapter says the Egyptians are men and not the Most High, man. All right? Word shall come unto the Lord for the manifestation of his wicked deeds. Yeah, manifestation of his wicked deeds, man. Okay? So you brought these things to fruition, man. All right? You went in your law. All right? You put in your legislation saying this is going to happen. Okay? And you enacted that, man, without fear. That's that pride, man. That's you thumbing your nose up at your house by shot, man, saying that your ways are better. That you think that your ways of living are better. Even though we see how you're living, all right? And everybody that's living according to your rule is dying every single day, man. Death is at an all-time high, man, because of your rulership.
Being hard selling.
That's it.
Real quick, scripture speaks about Esau being what? That son of perdition. All right? So this guy here is the son of destruction. Everything he do leads to destruction. The way he governed the system leads to destruction. You know, he allow men to, you know what they do. Women to do what they do out of order. What is it, going out the strange flesh? Hey, that's why you can't reproduce like that. That's what? Destruction.
You see a baby, her fingers got Cheeto dust. What's the man that's under the watching in? And you see that, you know the clock ticking. ain't gonna make it, man. We might take it out by hell or gunfire. It's gonna be, you know. And the two, I got a leopard on it. Yeah. Yeah, this place is the shadow of death. So-called white man is the generator of death.
That's why Scripture said that he is as death. And cannot be satisfied. You know? Unless you still got more than Isaiah 40. That's more right now.
Okay. Okay, cut.
It's Isaiah 47:1 from the top. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon.
Yeah, so again, man, the Lord said, come down and sit in the dust, man. Sit in confusion. That's it for Babylon, man. But yeah, like the scripture says, it says, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon, man. Okay? So in other words, the Lord is saying, look, your time of rulership is over, man. It's done. You had a time to rule, all right, and now that time has expired. And now it's time for you to be thrown down, man. Every single kingdom that's been set up had a time to fall, man. Okay? And America's no different, man. You think you're gonna continue forever? You're gonna find a rude awakening, man. All right, you're gonna realize that this kingdom is nothing, man. All right, these people think that this place is heaven to them, man. They think that this is their heaven, man. You know, they're living it up, man. Okay, especially the high else of Eden. All right, but they're gonna realize very soon that this place is nothing but a deep ditch. All right, that's again the valley of shadow of death, man. Okay.
It's a word come down in the Strong's H3381. It says to go down, decline, to sink.
Ooh, it says to sink. All right. So, and that's what's happening. This place is sinking fast. We always going to. Hey, I just about to say. Hey, I just said it. You know, hey, that's the Titanic, man. It's sinking. All right. And you people are on that sinking ship, hoping that it's gonna be some kind of miracle. It's not gonna sink. You know,
Of the Chaldeans, but thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
right, man. You are no longer being called tender and delicate, man. You are no longer being regarded as beautiful, because now you're being shown for the detestable thing that you are, man. Now you're being shown as the harlot, okay? That has polluted the whole entire planet Earth, man. Okay, by your witchcraft, man. All right, speak on that. All right, you sell a nation by way of your witchcraft, your whoredoms. All right, and what you distribute out to the other nations, and those nations drunk that down, man. They drunk down this philosophy and this Western mentality, man. This Western way of living. And what do you see now? Now you're seeing that they're falling. All right, they're going down the same route. Okay, and now they're witnessing, and now they're seeing that look, this place, America, all right, is the center, all right, of all this confusion. Okay, and that's why the scriptures speak about those that hate the whore. Okay, and that's being brought into manifestation right now, man, because it's gonna come to a point to where these different nations, all right, they're gonna come up against Babylon, man, all right, and they're gonna destroy the place, all right. With Burma-Indian Muslims, man. Starting with worship. Okay? That's going to spearhead this next coming war, man. Alright?
So with Jeremiah 51:7, Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand.
Right, so Babylon have been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, man. Okay? That cup right now is being passed around. Okay? And all these nations are partaking in it. Go ahead, Up. You want to say it?
That made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore, the nations are mad.
That's right. So the nations have drunken of their wine, so therefore they are mad. Okay? When you look at that word mad, it means driven. You know when somebody's driven with madness. You know, somebody that's drunken, okay, that's drunken with the wine, and that's what's happening, man. Okay, so now these other nations are being driven, okay, to now they're being driven to hate this place, man. Okay, now they're being driven by that wine that's been given to them, man. They lost all their faculties, all right, due to that wine being given to them. But the key point is that golden cup is in the Lord's hand. Okay, so the Lord's the one that's causing that cup, which is Babylon, which making these nations to drink of that, man. Okay, and there's a reason why, because the Lord is now allowing this place to be thrown out into the forefront, and now it's being put into a perspective, and now it's being shown and being judged, man. Now judgments are being shown, and this place is being judged for what it's doing, man. Okay. So again, like I just read, it says Babylon being a golden cup in the Lord's hand, man, that made all the earth drunken, man. Okay? Everywhere you go, man, you go to any part of the world, you will see a McDonald's. You will see a Burger King. You know? You'll see these different establishments here in Babylon the Great and other parts of the world, man. And that shows you that these other nations have drunken of that same wine, man. That Western mentality, that democracy. Okay? And that's what's causing this whole entire system to fall, man. Okay? And when you go into the word democracy, it means what? Rule of demons. Alright? So that's what you see today. This whole entire world is being ran by demons, man. And again, that starts with the IOS and demons, man. The bankers. Those are the main devils, man. Okay?
It says Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed.
Right, so Babylon is suddenly falling, man. All right? Now, when something suddenly falls, it's without warning. You know? When something falls suddenly, you're not expecting it to fall at that point in time. So, in other words, at any point in time, Babylon can fall. All right? So that's why I said Babylon is suddenly falling. Okay? So there's going to be a time where you people aren't prepared for it, man. All right? Especially to those of our people, all right, who this message is directed towards, man. All right, to warn you about what's to come. Okay? We're telling you that Babylon's going to suddenly fall, man. And that's why it's written as well, breakers that come suddenly, and guess what? Again, you're not going to expect it. All right? And that's why also as well, it says that the Lord's going to return as a thief in the night.
Best thing about it. Spirit, man. That's the spirit. That's the spirit on telling everybody about. Spirit of suddenly. Every article you hear about motherfuckers dropping dead, suddenly, yeah. 15-year-old suddenly died playing soccer, you know. That's sort of the scripture spot on. That's the vibration of the suddenly. That spirit of unawareness, that snare, that spirit of trap. Whoa. Sweet the hawk. That bird comes to a sweet the hawk. Oh, that's Jeremiah the 1st chapter, go to war. And you know, when you lead a pig to slaughter, you don't go quietly. And that's why, yeah, you sounded just like a pig. Yeah, you did. Oh.
Yeah, so hey, that's the spirit, man. So like I just said, the Lord's bringing that spirit of study towards the earth, man. In other words, bringing it to where you are not aware of it, man. Okay? And guess what? And that's the point where you're at your weakest. When you're not expecting something. Imagine somebody walking down the street and come up behind you and sock you in the back of the head, man. You're gonna be laid out for a few hours, man. You know? The person being prepared for it, you know. Yeah. And that hurts the worst.
What it is, anticipation. Right, anticipated versus reaction. Anticipating and punch. Like Brother Martin was saying, it wouldn't knock you out. I mean, hey, I'm gonna say the one that knocked you out, but you probably been knocked out that long. You gird up your loins, you gird up your loins. You prepare with grace for the impact. Right.
Zaziel.
That's priceless. That's priceless, man. You know the standard time. That's priceless, man. Yeah, that's lucky. You know? They knew not until the flood, man.
That's why, it's why it's said in the world, it said knowledge is power, man. Say something real quick, y'all.
And when you read St. John the 14th chapter, when it speaks about the Comforter, right? When the Comforter come upon you, he shall bring all things to your remembrance, whatsoever I have said unto you. Right? So, Lord, what are we those men, man? We walk with Yahweh Shai, man. And Yahweh Shai, you know, he whispered in our ear. Hey, look, there's gonna be a famine. This is gonna happen. But guess what? When the Holy Spirit came upon you, that knowledge that was in you 2,000 some years ago that was laying dormant, you was like, hold up. Man, I remember them now. I remember that name. And you know what? I know him, speaking of Yahweh Shai. Right? And he did tell us this. Right? You know how your memory works. You can't control it. And you can be doing something that you didn't even, that had nothing to do with what you were trying to remember, and you remember what you were trying to remember, doing something totally opposite. Right? So you feel relief. Do you feel relief? And it's a major relief. It's like weight on your shoulders when you think, you know? That's what happens. You gotta do it. That's why it's the first thing you remember.
Yep. What you saying, Jose the
Man, I definitely say it. You took it right out of my
You
mouth.
have forgot
I definitely say
the
it.
power.
Boy, shit. You just took it right out of my mouth.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's right, man. To know, man, that's something, man. You know, to know what's about to happen. You know, to know what's coming down the pipeline. You know, that's why, and that's important, man. And that's also another tactical war. Okay? When you feel like war tactics, you know, they deal the most important part of warfare is intelligence. Intel. Right. That's why, again, you got those spies being sent out from those cities to gather intel, man. Okay? So you know what to avoid, okay? You know when to strike, you know, all that's a part of the intel, man, okay? And we have that. And once you have that, you have an advantage over your enemy, man. So that's why now the prophets of Yahweh Bashir Shai, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashir Shai, guess what? We got it, man. We have the power over this man now, man. Because we know what's about to happen. We know what he's about to do. We know your steps. Okay? We know what your next step is going to be. We know what you're going to do next. Okay? And you can't do nothing against a guy or somebody like that, man. If somebody know what you're going to do next, you know, he's going to cut you off right there. You know, you got no power in your hand, man. Okay? Because the guy that knows what you're going to do next, he has all the power. You know what you're going to do, man. All right?
But it's Proverbs 22:3. A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself.
Right, man. So a prudent man is a wise man. Okay? A man that dwells with wisdom will see the evil, man. All right? So foresee, that means we see it before it happens, man. Okay? We know what's coming. So by that, we hide ourselves, man. How are we hiding ourselves? By way of this word, man. Yahweh Bashir Shai, man. Okay? This is how we hide ourselves from those said evils that we know that's coming, man. Okay? Because the Lord has gave us that knowledge that, again, that intel, I can just bring that word out again, all right? That intel to know what's about to happen. So now we're bracing ourselves and we're girding ourselves up for what's to come, man, through the Spirit. All right? Yeah,
But the simple pass on and are punished.
right, the simple pass on and they are punished, man. So the simple, you know, they'll just pass by it, man. You know? Not knowing that the value of having the knowledge, man. Of knowing. Okay? And guess what? They pass on and they get caught up. They're punished. They don't know what's coming down the pipeline. They don't know what's happening next, man. Okay? And if you don't know what's happening next, you're more liable to get caught up in different traps, snares, all right? Whatever the enemy's got laid out for you, all right? You're going to get caught up in it because you refuse to know. And I just quoted, right? Hosea 4:6, man. All right? People are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. Okay? But the lack of knowing. The lack of knowing what's about to happen.
That's why they're going to get destroyed for a lack of knowledge, because the Most High deprived them of their knowledge. Because he says, have forgot. Matter of fact, somebody get it real quick. I don't want to watch it. Somebody get it.
Isaiah 6 chapter as well.
Yep.
Speaks about they don't have
That's it. Somebody get that too. Yep.
in their ears.
That's it. Okay, go.
This is the book of Hosea, chapter 4 and verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
Right.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee.
Yeah, so you reject, the scripture speaks about he that have, right? And then it speaks about what you don't have, shall be taken away from you, but what you got it shall be given to you more abundantly. Hey, we believed how it shot back then, man. Right? That's why we got the fulfillment of what we was looking for back then. Go ahead, bro.
That thou shalt be no priest.
Right, so hey, the ones that rejected Yahweh shot back then,
That thou shalt be no priest to me,
right?
seeing thou hast forgotten the law.
Seeing thou hast forgotten.
So what?
Forgotten the law.
Yeah, and go back. That law, that goes back really to Yahweh Shai. That's the word. The command. Because what's required of us in this lifetime? To hear the only begotten Son. That's why when the Heavenly Father emerged out that cloud, he spoke from that cloud, what was the statement he made? This is my beloved Son. Hear ye him. Now why do that go back to? The law. Deuteronomy 18, man. Well, I was raised up, one from among my brethren. Hear ye him. So that's why Yahweh Shai is the word. You forgot your Savior. That's why the climate, right, was what? Yahweh Shai coming to Israel. What's that? St. John, the first chapter. He came into his own, and his own received him not. See that? So Yahweh Shai is the hand. You in a pit, and you need a way out. If I extend a
Romans 10, matter of fact, we'll start at 3. Romans 10 and 3, with they being ignorant of the Most High's righteousness and going to establish their own righteousness, having not submitted themselves unto the righteousness of the Most High, for Hamashiach is the end of the law.
right, Yahweh Shai is the righteousness. That's what you got to submit to. Scripture says you search the scripture. What Yahweh Shai says, St. John the 5th chapter, you search the scriptures. Yeah, but they are they which testify of me. Even when the scripture speaks about opening my hand, the Lord said he opened his hand to the weary or something like that, to satisfy. He opened his hand to satisfy the desire. That hand is Yahweh Shai, which is on display in the scripture. That's why the books is open. The Lord opening his hand is really the scriptures being open.
Revelation, the 5th chapter.
Right, exactly. To comfort you from that dry, dead state. You ain't know nothing. We ain't know nothing. You had a mitten with your name on it on Christmas. You see how right, you see how far from grace.
Romans 10 and 14, for Hamashiach is the end of the law of righteousness to everyone that believeth.
Got one more? And that don't mean the law is ended. Right? So that was the principle. They'll spin that. Like, nope, no more than law. Jesus gave us the liberty. Go to the blood. Fall up and search on Clemson. Like the Kirk Franklin nigga. That spirit. No, that means that the house shot is summary. He summarized it up. In one swoop, you come into the good graces of the Lord through your house shot. And that's in the scriptures. What the Lord, what the house shot said in St. John the 14th, which complements Proverbs the 8th chapter. To receive the favor of the Heavenly Father is through the door, Yahweh Shai. So that's what it means to the end of the law, you know? That's still in effect. How was the law? You know, you got different books, right? Like the history of the king. The war of the king. Those are actual books. right? Why you but you can't get your hand on them right now? Why the Lord didn't have that with the law? Why you got your hand on the law? The food that ain't done away with. It's in the record. But when the new covenant, you got a sweaty nigga out there somewhere waiting on us to say utter those words. I'm gonna say some of them. See, we're in heavy times, man. Right? The temple, the erecting of the fallen lords of David is almost pretty much accomplished. Now, right now is the punch list. Anybody know about construction? You go through the punch list. Well, we ain't got time to stop and talk about nothing else. Now, you guys think you're going to provoke us to go into a 4-month back and forth about the two months, you know what I'm saying? The famine will be upon you before that happens. Yeah, we just going into the ark. Like, no, we in the ark now. We can see the casing of our window at those of you who that's the wilderness. That is the wilderness at the casing of a window. Because that's the we protect it. We take it out into it, man. Right?
So going back what you said about going back and forth about a lot of things that really don't pertain to salvation. This is Ezekiel 3 and 17, because guess what? We got one job, man. Right? Now, when I say one job, that don't mean we sort of just do one thing. There's a lot of things consist of us doing that one job. Right? Such as edifying, so forth and so on, of doing the service of the Lord, man. So then unto the house of Israel.
Right, yeah. So the Lord has made us watchmen to the house of Israel, man. Okay? That's our duty. That's the job that's been given up to us, man. Okay? You're supposed to sit there and watch, man. Watch for what? The prophecy. Watch. That's why it's good to say, measure out the time diligently in itself. How do you measure those times, man? You measure through prophecy. And we see prophecy on the horizon, man. Okay? When a watchman is doing his duty, he's on the high tower, man. All right? Looking over the horizon, seeing the enemy come, man. All right? And when you see the enemy come, when you see danger, what do? He warn the people, man.
It says, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel.
Right. It's like, and Yahweh Shai is the one that made us the watchman, man. Okay? The Lord picked out certain men to do this job, man. Now, did he call every single Israelite to do this? No, man. Okay? Because all Israel is not built like that, man. Okay? It's got to be a certain spirit that's going to do it, man.
Spirit of the prophet. What is that? 2 Ezra 15, verse 1. I will put, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. As you said, won't sound like that. It says, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel.
It's not a stop sign, girl.
Therefore, hear the word. It says, therefore, hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me.
Right. Because give them warning from him, man. So we're supposed to warn you about the coming and the calamities that are coming, man. All right? We're supposed to warn you of what the calamities that Yahweh is bringing on the planet Earth, man. Okay? To let you know that danger is coming, man. And to gird yourself, to protect yourself. Get ready. Get ready for what's about to happen, man. Okay? But guess what you have today? This is the marijuana's been sounded, but none have made themselves ready for the battle. Alright? So here it is, you got the watchmen doing that job, alright, warning you, but nobody's making themselves ready for the battle. Making themselves ready for the war, man. Okay? And that's why Brian, that beautiful precept, it says, wise a prudent man foresee the evil and hide himself, man. But what the simple do, he pass on and he is punished. Okay? So again, the watchmen are set up to do one thing, to watch. Okay? And on top of that, to warn, man. Okay? Yep. Who is that, man? Okay, yeah.
It's book of Isaiah chapter 6 and verse 9. And he said, go and tell this people, hear ye indeed, but understand not. And see ye indeed,
but perceive not. Right, man. So you can see, you can hear, right, physically, all right? But can you do that spiritually? You know? Can you discern what's happening, what's going on the planet Earth, spiritually, according to what's written in the Bible? All right? So like I just read, it says, see indeed, but perceive not, man. So you seeing everything that's happening, right? But the people that are here today, they are not able to line it up with prophecy, man. Okay? They're not able to pinpoint the reasoning behind these things happening. And that's really that's really to bring everything home, man. To find out the reasoning of things to come, man. You know? The reason, the number one question, why? You know? Why? That's the number one question. Why? Yeah, nobody can answer it, man. You know? But that's the thing. Nobody asks that question. You know? Nobody's asking the question why. You know? Why is this happening? Why is, what's the reason behind this? You know? Nobody's asking questions like that, man. Okay? Because nobody is concerned with the things concerning what's to come, man. All right? Again, that alarm's being sounded. All right? But again, nobody's making themselves ready for the battle, man.
Real quick up. You real quick up. When you read Joel 2 and 1, right? It says, what is it? Blow the trumpet in my holy mountain. Right? So the rest are not going to hear it. Like I said. You read Isaiah. Them to read. Right. Because Yahweh Shai reiterated about Isaiah, man. Was that Matthew 13? Yeah. Okay, guess what? They fulfilling what? They were fulfilling the prophecy of Isaiah. Something our King David prayed for. The 2/3, right? When they hear this, it became a trap unto them. It became a snare. You know what I'm saying? And instead of it, what he said, which should have been a welfare for you? Your health. Yep. Welfare. That's it. So what's supposed to be a benefit? Welfare. Your health, which should have been for your health, right, has become your harm. You see that? Some that you supposed to, I heard, matter of fact, was that second, second answer 9, lower my law. Right. So it says, while you yet had liberty, you loathe my law. Why did you loathe it? Or why did you hate it? Or dislike it extremely? That's what word loathe means. Why? Because you was designed like that. You know what I'm saying? That's why Isaiah is prophesying about those that was going to come back right now to be designed like that, not to get it. And that falls upon the prayer of King David.
You weren't built like that. You actually got a certain species on the planet Earth that's built to eat certain things that you were created in. But their stomach or their belly is built to digest it. But our mind is built to digest the blood and flesh of Yahweh Shai, strange peoples of Yahweh Shai. See that? Yeah, right. You get a tapeworm. Okay, you gagging at it because when you bring up, don't make us like you to bring up what that you want to do. Then that's gonna kill out like salt, mama's boy. You know what I mean? Great. You're not gonna be able to eat that grape. You don't digest on the stomach. Yeah. Hey, what they say in the word? Hey, that right there, what they say? Too rich for my blood. And that's what it is. The things that's more healthy for you don't taste that good. No. Nigga rather eat candy. It's like candy tastes better than asparagus, broccoli. The greenery. The word it don't sit well with you, but it's good for you, man. Because anytime there's a change, it's not really well received. Human flesh teaches you to gravitate to familiarity. That's why when something comes from left field, you will take it. You don't want no parts of it because the human flesh, again, it teaches you, it grooms you to gravitate or accept familiarity. That's why something subtle, somebody tells you, hey man, we're gonna change the hours on the job. You feel some type of way. You don't even know why. It's just because it's changed. And that's why the doctrine is referred to as a new song, a new idea, a new way of thinking, man. Go ahead, who's reading?
For that, this is that word understand. Strong's H995. It says to discern, to understand, consider.
Right, to consider. Everybody doesn't have those qualities. Discernment, which discernment is most concerned in the sight of Yahweh Hashem outside. And that can be proven when you read the book of Matthew, the 13th chapter. It speaks about that certain merchant who was seeking out pearls of goodly value till he found the one pearl. That required discernment. See? Well,
it says to have discernment, insight, understanding.
Yep, insight, understanding. This is what has been stripped from Israel. And it's obvious, man. Our people under a heavy spirit of delusion, they're true. They're under that vibration of darkness. They have succumbed to the advances of the so-called white man. You can't do nothing with Jake. This is not about Jake. Hey, that's another stumbling block. If we just had all just black people, right, come up there in this gathering, it'll be confusing, man. Nigga spark up, you'll smell the faint smell of a blunt, a black amount in the back. Good, right?
It says to observe.
Nigga, auntie will pop up and say some shit. That'll disrupt the whole. I remember that when the woman popped up and said, blessed is the cap. That's what it happened, man. Cat in the bill. I hate niggas, man. I'm gonna just throw that out there. That's on the record, alright? It's on the record. It's being recorded. I hate niggas. Niggas are fly. Niggas, yeah. I feel when I hear the niggas get mowed down. Remember the nigga that sang that Pat in the Bell bitch, man. The nigga was singing the sweet potato pie. Nigga messed that with the truth. Go ahead,
It says to understand. It says
to understand. That's how you draw that line in the sand. See, this is the one gathering you can't get in by bringing potato salad. Nothing carnally you can do to come into this arena. The entry point is the mind. This is what the Lord is considering the reasoning of men. Well,
it says to understand.
I'm telling you, man, what happened? You guys see that? What was that? Yeah, go ahead.
It says know with the mind.
Right, to know with the mind. Oh, that goes into that definition of comprehension. In St. John, the 1st chapter. Right? Which translates to what? Laying hold of with the mind. That's the only way you can get this information is with the mind. Not quite with that.
Good. It's Isaiah chapter 6 and verse 10. It says, make the heart of this people fat and make their ears heavy.
Right, so the Lord instigated this, man. It was orchestrated by Yahweh Hashem outside. So-called Negro, Latino, and Native American that can't quite wrap their mind around this information. The Lord laid that out. It was designed by Yahweh Hashem outside. The Lord made your heart fat. Look up that word heart. We know it is. We already know what it's going into, but let's just look it up.
Strong's H3820. It says, inner man, mind, will, heart, understanding.
Understanding, man. Your mind, the inner man, the inner you, your reasoning. The Lord made it fat. And I believe that was you bring that. I thought you bring that up, nigga. Yeah, that brain. That's the best analogy you can give when making sense of that. The idea, the dynamic of that fatness. You pour some grease in your drain. What's going to happen? It's going to be fat. It's going to clog up. And those waters can't get to it. And that's the same with your mind. So the Lord sent death angels to keep you from getting this information. What's that, Genesis the 3rd chapter? Lord said, the Lord said he would keep you. You had that? Oh, yeah, you got that? Yeah, come on.
It's like Isaiah 66 and verse 4. It says, I also would choose their delusion.
Right, so the Lord himself chose your delusion. Yeah, whether it was Christianity or the new covenant. The Lord chose your delusion, right? Hey, because when you new covenant guys, I got one question. The scriptures say, if I'm not mistaken, right, you guys are new scholars. But the scriptures say, the small immigrant. What up with that? Yeah, with the hard.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
What's up with that? Because if that's the case, if we're in the new covenant, all Israelites will be in the spirit, man. Yeah, they'll be civilized more. Like that. That's what I saw. That's what I saw, right? It went, you know what I mean?
But it was lower. I think I knew.
Right. Yep, read that again, right?
Abundant.
Right, so that's the next Lord snares you even in the scripture. You guys got these lessons, going through these live streams, cutting us, you claim, right? You'll check your teachers. Not knowing that the Lord snares your ass. That was one of the many delusions that the Lord laid before you. So he could justify the judgment that he prepared for you. Go ahead.
Because when I called, none didn't answer. It says when I spake, they did not hear.
Yeah, they did not hear. Oh, shit. You want to do that? Yeah, let's look up that real quick. When the Lord spake, you did not hear. Hey, because it's bigger than you physically hearing what we're saying. The battle lies with digesting it, internalizing it, so to speak, capturing what's being said. And the scriptures tell you to let not the parables of understanding escape you. So we're encouraged to hold fast to that which we have. Well,
Psalms 8:5, it says to hear, listen to, obey. It says to hear, perceive by ear.
right, perceived by ear. Go ahead.
To hear of or concerning. To hear, have power to hear.
Oh, that's spiritual power in a sense. Yeah, to have power to hear, because again, this information have gone out. Oh, it was a clip. I don't know if I sent it. It was in one of the chats where Judge Mathis, did y'all see that clip? Judge Mathis, he was speaking about the Hebrew Israelites. Yeah. Lord, what I'm trying to look it up and send it to y'all. So he could physically hear what's being said, but do he quite get it? Do we have the power of hearing? Well,
It says to hear with attention or interest.
read that part again.
To hear with attention or interest.
Yeah, and that's another requirement of the Lord. Did you know that? Proverbs the 4th chapter, where the Lord says, attend my son, attend to my words. Go ahead.
It says to understand.
To what?
To understand.
To understand. That's what I was looking for, man. That's the word that's best suited when referred to hearing. It literally translates to understand. That's why Yahweh spoke about that. Yahweh made mention of that in Matthew 13 chapter. Blessed are your eyes for they see and your ears for they hear. Meaning your senses have been heightened, so to speak. You have the mental capacity to grasp what's being presented. That's critical to your survival, man. All right, come on, now what you not?
Second Peter 2:12. But these, as natural brute beasts.
Right. Oh, these as natural brute beasts. With the beast, they have those, what's about those five senses? Yeah, they have the five senses of touching, seeing, hearing, smelling, and taste. But they don't have, they haven't been imparted with the understanding, the spirit of understanding. And this is what makes you a brute beast. A brute beast will take a jump right in front of your ass. Or they'll have sex right in front of you. They ain't worried about it. Two dogs. Just pop the other dog right there. Smell it. Yeah. A brute, yeah, they'll do all these shameful acts right in front of you. Oh, another another thing a brute beast will do, right? If they don't know you, we go back to the point I was making about familiarity. When something is unfamiliar to you, human flesh or carnality tends to reject it. That's what a dog, a beast will do. A dog don't know you, he don't got no control, he just bark at you. And that's what you start to do. Just like a beast, like a dog, you don't know and understand. So you bark at us, and you got a little chihuahua. He don't know you, so that provokes him to bark at you. Beast, better stop. Let's go there.
It says, but these as natural brute beasts, made to be taken
Go
and
ahead.
destroyed,
Go ahead.
speak evil.
Like a dog. A dog will bark at you because he don't know. So you people are brute beasts. You speak evil of things which you know not. Go ahead.
Speak evil of the things that they understand not,
See that they understand not. Go ahead.
and shall perish utterly in their own corruption.
Right. So the Lord's going to give you over to your own ruin. Most are going to succumb to Lamentations, the 4th chapter. Oh, Scripture speaks about how they're going to pine away for one or the two or the three. Nigga was preaching, and you had a secret lust for McDonald's. Nigga. That would have to seem like a lot of you guys are thinking, it's a McDonald's cup somewhere. We're going to find it. We're going to find it out, man. Scripture speaks about how the hand of the Lord puts out those who hate him. And when the famine hits, they're going to contribute to your time in the way. Just as teaching us 2 months ago. Now you desire a quarter pound, man.
It says,
You can't finesse it, how about you outside? Well,
when Isaiah 56:4, it says, when I spake, they did not hear, but they did evil before mine eyes, before that in which I delighted not.
right, yep. It's pretty much, it's a fork in the road now. The word has gone out. Scripture says, as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. We sold those things that was pleasing in the sight of the Lord. It starts with another doctrine. That's going to prove to be the very catalyst to your overthrow. Other doctrines. Because see, we're not scooping you out, searching you out, it's your presentation that condemns you. Or what's that, Matthew 12 chapter? By thy word. So we were set up as the judges in Israel. That's in 1 Corinthians, the 2nd chapter. And we only judge you based upon your sacrifice. You come around us and you act a certain way, we can only speak on that. We're not going to judge you outside of that. Just like a commentator. I can only say, he's to the 30, to the 20. 5, touchdown. I can only say that if you do it. Well, yeah, come on.
Isaiah chapter 59. Isaiah 59 in verse 8. The way of peace, they know not.
Right, the way of peace they know not. Now, we understand that the way translates to the doctrine. Because when you consider a way, a street, a path, a road, it all has a destination. With that word destination goes back to destiny. So your destiny lies with whatever path you have taken, or in other words, whatever doctrine you prescribe. Read that again.
Yeah. When you were saying that, I was thinking about that. You know, that way, right? Because look at how Shot said, going back to St. John 14 and 6.
Yeah.
I am the way, meaning I'm that true vine, man. I'm that doctrine that you need to follow.
Right.
You know? Yeah, bro.
Yeah. That's the only exit out of this. Go ahead.
He said, the way of peace they know not. And there is no judgment in their going.
Right, no judgment in their going, no discernment. Go ahead.
He says, they have made them quick paths.
Now that goes into guys who conjure up these different doctrines. That's an example of making a crooked path. How to fit that, you come up with something that's not in harmony with the scripture. Go ahead.
Whosoever goeth therein
Or whosoever subscribe to that form of teaching, go ahead.
shall not know peace.
They'll never get the doctrine. They'll never be able to fully grasp what's being said. Because they went the way of that crooked path, meaning they subscribed to something that was off. In the next video will be about the Quran. Yahweh Shemai not going to destroy you. You see how sick that is? It's an indictment against you. It proves that you knew better. That's why the scriptures say, he who knew the will, that's why you got these YouTube channels. We're going to see you. You're going to lose 80 pounds. You're going to be a slimmer guy. That's going to be one of the scourges of the Lord. That's a lot of weight. That's a lot of McDonald's to get off weight overnight. Wendy. Then the Lord going to cast you into a concentration camp. There's going to be one scourge. What's that? Jeremiah 15th chapter. They say the dogs will carry. Now that dog, it doesn't have to be a natural dog. It can actually be a mechanical dog. That's why the stage didn't sit. That's why you had to mechanic. Yeah, the Lord, you can't say, Lord, you didn't tell me it was going to be one of this. But no, the Lord said it's going to be a dog. And the Spirit of the Lord, hey, the scriptures say the beast of the field going to be a thief with us. The Spirit of God, now it was the lady, she came through. Did y'all hear? She said the FBI watching y'all. Did y'all hear her? Yeah, she came through. A couple of brothers heard, right? She probably risked her life to tell us that. Actually, I'm gonna tell you, it was a cop that was with the hazard lights on. You saw that? Yeah, she disappeared into the shadows. But I just want to throw that out there, right? If a mechanical dog descend upon the men of the Lord in heaven, the Lord will make the dog's tail, his mechanical tail start wagging, and he get in a prostate position. Yeah, and bow to you. Tell you, hey, what we just said. The Lord is about, hey man, through the Spirit, I might go into that apparition. Lord will, we might go into apparition soon. Because you're going to know it was Yahweh Shemai who visited America. And it's going to be based upon the strange works of the Lord. Yeah, come on.
What is that? Ezekiel 33 and 33. Then they shall know that a prophet was among them. Because like the other brother going into, man, hey, when them apparitions get the bug in your ass out, your worst fear that you didn't even know was your worst fear come to life, you're going to remember who reminded you that that's going to happen.
Right.
When you see, matter of fact, we see, look at eggs. Look at the price of eggs right now, man. And that shit outrageous.
Like $70?
Yeah. $80, for, I think it's 12 eggs. I think I paid like $11, something like 12 eggs. Bro, I ain't never seen a motherfucking egg that high in my life.
Hey, you know what? That's heavy. Hey, that's just like the wind. What's that Proverbs, the first chapter? Where it speaks about that whirlwind.
Right.
Now, when you consider a whirlwind, and that's why the Lord gives you tangible things to consider. Right? Now, when the Lord used the whirlwind as an example, now it's on you to study a whirlwind. Now, how do a whirlwind emerge? It's suddenly, you see potato chip bags going here and there. Then all of a sudden, it's a level 5 tornado. So yeah, that's the part of the whirlwind. Now, thin little things, the stage is set like the head. You think that's gonna stop? That's only an indicator that in a few minutes, here it is, you had the meteorologist telling you it was a tornado coming. Then you saw the report. Then you went outside, you saw the potato chip bag flaring up. Now you said, hold up. The meteorologist said it's going to morph into a level 5. So the potato chip bag, Salaki, I keep going there. With the potato chip bag turning the indicator that the meteorologist was on or something, man.
Hey, that's why I said then they shall know, man.
Then they should know that a prophet, really that goes into your house side again.
Right. Yes.
And don't you come against that. See, that's according to stand. Mama said,
Yeah.
see, we come on behalf of your house side. Yeah, right. You can't. It gets to the point. It gets to the point where you have to say, hold up. This is the Lord's doing. Right, you saw that, right? You saw that. Yeah, I'm saying it goes into Yahweh Shai. You know how we know that? Because what Yahweh Shai said, those who believe what I said, yet, matter of fact, can we get that second Ezra 2? Right. Because when you read Matthew, somebody give me that too. Matthew the 10th chapter, and I want to say like the 40th verse. Yep, you got it out.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 1, verse.
We're a representation of Yahweh Shai, whether you believe that or not. And that's in the scriptures. That's St. John 20. As the Father sent me, so I sent you. So here we are in a time of turbulence, the latter days, everything going on. Technology at its height, wickedness, perverseness. Oh, we saw a photo shoot with 2 lesbians.
Yeah.
They was in love.
Passionate.
Hey, that's when you know it's real. So we out here though, right? As these things transpire, that lets you know that the ministry of Yahweh Shai is amongst you, man. That's why this is not for the faint-hearted. It's only for the elect, man. Serious thinking, critical, analytical mind. All right, come on.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 1, verse 37. I take to witness the grace of the people to come.
Right, the people to come. So this is the scriptures concerning the times we're in now. Right, go ahead.
Whose little ones rejoice and gladly.
Yeah, we those little ones. Well,
And though they have not seen me with bodily eyes,
right, so we haven't seen Yahweh Shai with bodily eyes in this lifetime. Well,
yet in spirit they believe the things that I say.
right, so hold up. How could you believe the things that the Lord say when he's not physically amongst you? Simply put, that means he will have messages. So that's why the scriptures say, then they should know that a prophet has been among you. Yahweh Shai, see that? That's why it's singular. Because the prophet is really Yahweh Shai. That's the preacher. When you go back to the Proverbs, yeah? Ecclesiastes, I guess you're right. So we got that other one called for Matthew 10. Yep, before you got it.
It's Matthew chapter 10, verse 40. He that receiveth you, receiveth me. And he that receiveth me, receiveth him that sent me.
You see that? So that's the chain of command, right? Go ahead.
He that receiveth a prophet,
Whoa, you got who?
he that receiveth a prophet,
A prophet. Go ahead.
in the name of the prophet,
And who is that prophet who we come in the name of? Yahweh Shai. So that's the prophet that has been among us. Remember, the Lord don't operate under the flesh. That's why the Lord said, look, it's not going to be a cloak now. I was up under you. I was right with you. Because you don't have the mental capacity to, break down that dynamic, then that's on you. Nevertheless, the Lord was amongst you. Read that again.
he that receiveth a prophet, in the name of a prophet,
See, in the name of a prophet. That complements Ezekiel the 30. That's the breakdown to Ezekiel the 30. Well,
shall receive a prophet's reward.
and what's the prophet's reward? Life. Life. That's why Peter, which Peter represents the church, man. like these niggas talking about King David, and they don't understand, right, what's going on here. King David himself, let's say hypothetically, it's a guy that's walking around talking about he's King David. He's descending upon our camp. Weakness. Yeah, and something gonna happen to you if you don't do right, because you know that we looked out for your bitch ass. And I'm gonna say it like that.
Right. Open arms.
Right. But the reason why I bring him up, right? King David would have never been in that spirit. King David said, I can only be a daughter. That means King David would have never said, I'm king, you know.
Yeah. Talking all that shit.
But that wouldn't be the spirit amongst the Lord's sheep. You won't be boasting in these different offices. You will be driven by being kept from the sad peril. That's right. That's not the vibration of King David. But see, they want us to go there, but we won't. You want us to go back and forth.
Righteous man, in the name of a righteous
And
man,
that same righteous man is Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
shall receive a righteous man's reward.
Right. And that's why the promises entail being joint heirs with Yahweh Shai. Go ahead.
And whosoever shall give to drink unto one of these little ones a cup of cold water, only in the name of the disciple,
Go ahead. You have to do it in a certain way. Only in the name of a what?
of a disciple.
Of a disciple. You supposed to stay disciples. All you guys that broke off, you didn't consider that. You swallowed a camel and strained that the simplicity of Yahweh Shai. See, go ahead.
Verily I say unto you, he shall in no wise lose his reward.
And I want to say this, that reward starts on this side. Because when all hell breaks loose, a part of that reward is going to be standing stiff in the being able to withstand the wrath of Yahweh Shai. It's not about what you know, like this angel in heaven, like Jeopardy. He gives you a point, and he take away a point from you. The reason and the science behind us having this information is to gather in the Lord's elect and to preserve them from the times that's coming, man. It's about to get bad out here.
Luke 9:62. It says, and Yahweh said unto him, no man having put his hand to the plow and looking back.
Right, and looking back. What's the opposite of looking back? Looking ahead. Which looking ahead is what? Being in the spirit of prophecy. So all of the things, guys, they divert from prophesying to prove us wrong. That's an example of looking back. Give a damn how upload a video constantly. If it's not under the vibration of the testimony of Yahweh Shai, then we actually looking back because we looking ahead. We prophesying. Well,
It says, and looking back, he is fit for the kingdom of the Most High.
but you're not fit for the kingdom, which the kingdom is heavy. When you break down the kingdom, it really goes into a governing body, man. See, the rest of the Israelites is going to benefit from it. The kingdom is a government body. That's dealing with the Yahweh Shai, then you got the 12, then you got the 144,000. That's going to be occupying seats of judgment, man.
That's on real quick.
You got it.
When it says, you're not fit, right? When you go into that word fit, it means to be what? Matter of fact, I'm going to read it again. It says, Luke 9.
The apple. The apple in that cover. Gold cover.
It says Luke 9:62, and Yahweh said unto him, and Yahweh said unto him, no man having put his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom of the Most High. So you gave up the race, right? You're not enduring. When you go into the word fit, it means to be well placed, right? So you don't have a place,
Right.
in that ruler's. When I say the kingdom, meaning ruler's seat, right? You know, a 2/3 gonna come back in the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? Cause you know how motherfucker do your words and shit. Oh, you saying ain't no? No, I'm saying all Israelites gonna be in the kingdom, But to be well placed is to be in a ruler's
That's
seat.
That's what we know. The opposite of that, what the Lord said gonna do, He gonna set Esau in that
That's
place.
it. That's it.
What's that? Isaiah the 14th chapter. And that's right. Everybody gonna go in the kingdom. You know what St. John the 3rd chapter, when Yahweh was speaking with Nicodemus in the night.
Oh yeah.
So he said what? He said, look, no man. He said, unless the man be born again and no wine, they can enter into the kingdom. What he meant by that? Because all Israelites gonna be in the kingdom, right? So what he meant by that? That's a conflict in the doctrine, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Everybody. So what he meant? That means don't come into this truth. That's what it meant. Yeah. You have to be born again to come into the truth. So that proves that the kingdom falls with the doctrine.
Right.
And it was entrusted with the men who the Lord, before the time and ages ever begun, was given the lot to be rulers. Who cares because you don't know about time? So that's bigger than the time. You can't go there with the Lord, man. You're looking at your next rulers. And it was sanctioned from the beginning of time, but it had to play out. And you had to develop the patience to watch the movie, man. You don't develop the patience to watch the movie, you're going to just say, you bullshit.
Yeah.
It ain't going to end like that.
Yeah, that's true.
Go ahead.
Hey, you got something?
This is 2 Peter chapter 2, verse 20. For if after they have escaped the pollution of the world through the knowledge.
See? So that's how you escape the filth of this world, man. Through the knowledge. And where does the knowledge enter for you to escape the pollution of this world? In the mind. Go ahead, bro.
Through the knowledge of the Lord and Savior, Yahweh Shai Mashiach, they are again entangled therein.
Right.
And overcome the
Yeah,
latter.
to go back to the world.
Right.
You're entangled. That's why, remember, when Yahweh Shai descended upon Andrew and Peter, I believe it was Andrew and Peter, I believe, right? When they were fishing, the Lord said, I will make you fishers of men. What the first thing they did? They dropped their net immediately. Now we know that net obviously represented their occupation, but they had a symbolic overtone to it. It represented being entangled in the world. And that's what we have to do. When you hear this word, you have to cut ties with the world right here. That's a snare. The guy become, you become a drifter because you got the truth. Now they'll arrest you. Yeah, 180 days in the city. You're going to teach now, That's why we do St. John the 17th chapter. When Yahweh Shai said, I pray to not take them out of the world. You got to be careful how you hear. Become a drifter, man. Like Rambo.
Man, you took it right out.
And the cop was right. The cop was right for arresting.
Yeah, you were right.
I was meditating on that in the spirit. Esau set you up to cheer for the bad guy.
Right, yeah, they do.
Like Indiana Jones and shit. Remember his catchphrase, this should be in the museum. Hold up, you stole this from me, man.
Yeah.
Then the guy that's chasing Indiana Jones, you looking at him like the bad guy.
That's true. And bitch, you coming on here in these people's land, you see what I'm saying?
Right.
This is not your, you know that's what I forget what Indiana Jones was from. I forget.
It's probably from England, man.
I definitely say he was an Englishman. I can't remember well, but it's what you fulfill the scripture, man. You keep them
That's
down
that
at home.
Renaissance, yep. That was the punch list of the Renaissance.
Right. Everywhere, man.
Yeah.
Everywhere, stupid hit nose.
Even 007.
Oh, that's another one too. Yeah.
Cause Bun fucking around in they shit.
Straight spot.
Then they chasing Bun.
Right.
You hoping Bun get away.
Get away.
You should be hoping Bun get his ass handed.
Man, real talk. That's how Esau do it.
That's Esau, man.
Play tricks in your mind from a child on up, man.
Psychological.
Exactly.
The latter end is worse with them than the beginning.
Woo! Yeah, so the latter end is going to be worse because now you have become more entangled in the BS. Hey, the scriptures is clarity. It's clear. And it also consists of faith and believing on the report. There's a lot of things that's not going to be concrete. Why do you think faith there? That we have Now you niggas want the apostles to produce.
Yeah. Everything.
Yeah. Records going back, King Mashai, and that's where those endless genealogies come in. Because you kids, that you come in as a child. The scriptures say don't leave a child idle. So what happens? They don't come under the authority of the government, and then they're left to their own ruin. So they're in the back playing with toys and doing crazy shit.
And real quick, just going back what you said, we the messianic Hebrew Israelites, man. Right? We what? We are waiting on Messiah, man. In order for you to do that, you gotta have faith. Right? So it's gonna be a lot of things in the truth that, like you said, it ain't gonna be concrete. It's gonna be abstract, meaning you ain't gonna have no tangible evidence to prove what you're saying. What they call them, the apostles and us, faith-based Israelites.
Right, faith-based
That's what
Israelites.
it's like. You got it, bro.
Flesh and blood haven't revealed these things unto thee.
Hey, we got it.
That's
what
what I got.
That's what we got. Go ahead, bro.
God, this is the book of St. Matthew 16. I started at 13. It said when Yahushua came into the coast of Caesarea of Philippi, he asked his disciples, saying, whom do men say that I, the Son of Man, am?
Right. So this is a question to the disciples Yahushua asked him, man. So he asked, who do the world say I am? Go ahead.
And they said, some say that thou art John the Baptist, some Elias, and others Jeremiah,
They didn't know. Go ahead, bro.
or one of the prophets.
Right.
He said unto them, but whom?
Why he ain't cussed them out?
Right.
Why he ain't cussed them out? Why he ain't say, hold up, what is all that? They speculate on who might be, you know. That's the legacy of Israel, man. Especially with those who possess wisdom. Remember when they asked John, are you the one?
Right. Or should we look for?
You know, what John said, no, it's not me. Because John, he didn't know. Man. That was the scripture being unlocked. There's no remember, no.
Yep. Remember former things.
Remember a former thing. That's what John the Baptist said. No, I'm not him.
Is it all?
So for you guys to even, you should be fascinated by the idea of us saying that these men could be those men. That directly links to the ministry of Yahushua.
Right.
Nigga had too many tacos.
Taco
Bell.
Yeah, Taco
Bell.
Bell.
Ding.
Ain't nothing wrong with tacos now.
Yeah, that bell like that. What's that? What you call it? The
Tuning fork.
tuning fork. They show you that in the commercial. Where the thing and them niggas go. Oh, they was hooping at first and they hear that thing, and they go to Taco Bell. That's a witchcraft that goes into the tuning fork.
Man.
So yeah, you might be having, but that's what happens. In the spirit, that's what they doing. They got niggas before he do the lesson, he got the headset,
Right.
and it's a Mexican pizza, and the nigga started going into that tuning fork. That's a lot, y'all. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 15.
Right.
He said unto them, but whom say ye say
Right.
that I am?
So Yahushua said, after he asked him who the world say I am, now he asking his inner court, who you say that I am? Go ahead.
And Simon Peter answered and said, thou art the anointed,
See?
the Son of the living power.
You are a Mashiach, right? The Son of the Most High, the Son of the living power, man. Right? So what? They knew. They had the knowledge of who he was. All of this is by faith, man. Go ahead, bro.
Son, it says, and Yahushua answered and said unto him, blessed art thou.
See? Blessed. Hey, go ahead, bro. Blessed art thou. So what did Yahushua say in Matthew 13 chapter? You know what I'm saying? Blessed are your eyes for they see and your ears for they hear. That's the beginning of you being converted, man. And what? To be healed. Right. Convert.
It's heavy, bro. It's like your senses.
Right.
You see the movie through another lens. You looking through another portal.
Right.
That would make you blessed.
Right. That's it.
Imagine what we would be
That's it.
if we wasn't hip to this information.
That's it.
That's why we blessed.
That's it.
Peer out into the future, man.
When you go into the word convert means the what? To come back. Or come back.
Oh, well, that's the spirit. We had that word convert.
Oh, real.
We had that word 30 minutes
Oh,
ago.
first, I didn't know that.
Back in Real Talk. That's the spirit.
Whatever. Isaiah 6.
Isaiah 6 chapter.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what you can go into.
No, I'm talking about Matthew. Yahushua.
Matthew
13. Yeah.
The return.
The return.
in
Exactly.
exile.
Exactly.
That's what you see, man. All you people riding by, you looking at the return in exile of the Bible.
Right.
That's crazy. You people riding by the return and exiles of the Bible that the scripture speaks about. We got on modern clothes.
Right.
Let's show you, man, the Lord is cold. You can't search out the how about you now. So I got to reveal it stuff. You got to be slightly off your rock of the book.
He says, and the outside answered and said unto him, Yes, my God, God is he.
The carnal aspect escaped him. He wasn't a part of the carnal aspect, meaning what? Being carnal, or what's that? What's that? Corinthians.
1 Corinthians.
Come.
Second chapter.
Right. Yep. Right. You get that if you want. Read one. Read the last part.
The
again.
mind of the Lord.
That's it.
We have the mind of Yahushua.
That's it.
That links up to Jeremiah the 15th chapter. But the Lord said, my mind can't be towards these people.
See that?
And he proceeded to say, he set forth those forms of judgment.
And that's that spirit. That's the spirit. Go ahead and read that last part.
God, it says, for flesh and blood have not revealed it unto thee.
That's these guys, man. That's why they can't get certain things, man. Right? Because the spirit hasn't revealed it unto them, man. You know, it says, read it up, go ahead up.
God, it says, for flesh and blood have not revealed it unto thee,
Right?
but my Father which is in heaven.
Right, so you didn't have any tangible evidence. You didn't have no book or no photos or nothing tangible to say, okay, this guy's who we say is, or this guy's what they claim him to be. The spirit got to reveal it unto you, man. I know that sounds like, what is he talking about? That's something out of this world. Yeah, it is something out of this world.
It really is.
It really is.
My doctrine is
I definitely say it. What are all good gifts? Come from, you know what I'm saying? See, that's a
man can receive nothing.
Ain't nothing, that's it. At least it comes from the Father.
Come on, man.
That's the spirit. What does the spirit, unseen, to come down, saying it right? Yeah. So that's it. That's the spirit, man. Right? So that's why you can't get certain things. And that's why we got to be thankful that we ain't fulfilling, Psalm 69 and 22.
Right.
This table becoming a snare unto us. You see what I'm saying?
That's heavy. This table, that shows you right there that you can't finesse the Lord.
Right.
Once you even get in the truth, the very table that separated you from everybody else now becomes a snare. It can become a snare to you. That's why you got these guys talking about the second cup, because they going into precept. It's not like a guy that's coming up just with some crazy shit, playing at risk, right? It's playing at risk motivated. It's more so of a guy with the Bible, and he got fringes like us. And he using our terminology, opening videos of our salutes. That shows that you can't finesse the Lord. You crept in unaware, the Lord had a snare for you. You wasn't even supposed to be here. But since you got in, I'm going to snare you by these sayings.
With Daniel, somebody get that in Psalm show wait, Daniel?
Oh, yeah.
Was Daniel 2? He was on 12 and 2, if I'm not mistaken. Let me do 12 and 2.
And somebody get that 2 Timothy, the 2nd chapter. So like 2 Timothy 2, I believe around 17. Yeah, I believe that. Because these things that happened before, man, how the shop been a snare. They're not a new idea, you know what I'm saying? See, this is a royal. It's just like there's certain obstacles you got to get through. Let's say a nigga just can't walk up in the Golden Globe Awards. I'm just using that, you got to have certain credentials, right? And if you get in there, if you do get in there, something's going to happen. You're not going to be comfortable, and somebody's going to ask you something. Excuse me, sir, where's your pass ending? And eventually you're going to get sniffed out. That's why Yahushua said, my friend, where's your gun? So it goes into the doctrine of self-snaring. You know, because we're not connected emotionally.
Going back to what you just said about that very
You my homeboy to the point where now, that's what Jay wants. But see, now with standards and order. So the very thing that slips you out is the doctrine.
Right.
You not operate under, you know.
Get that dang.
Okay, come on.
This is the book of James, chapter 12, and verse 2.
Going back to what you were saying about that very same table. Go ahead.
And many of them that sleep in the dust of the
Hey,
earth.
all of us slept in the dust. The dust, you know.
And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life.
Yeah, so those that was in a confused state has awoken. All right? And it gives you a comparison or the balance. Really, this is the balance of the Most High, man. Because the balance of the Most High is what? The right hand and left hand. Day, night. You know what I'm saying? Righteousness, evil. Up and down, so to speak, though. So there's going to be, a matter of fact, what is that? 5 wise virgins, 5 foolish virgins. All of these are balance of the Most High. Right? So he's going to give you another balance. Go ahead.
Some to everlasting life.
Read it again.
It says, and many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life.
Yep, some to everlasting life. We have a chance to be a part of those that was in the dust and awoke to everlasting life because we awoke to Yahweh Shai. That's everlasting life. That's that way to life, which is that doctrine to life. Go ahead.
And some to shame
See?
and everlasting contempt.
And some to shame and everlasting contempt. See that? So you gotta have both to make the other. Right? You got, that's why it says, let them table become a snare unto them, man. You woke up to the truth, but it's either you woke up to the truth to be delivered, or you woke up to the truth to be destroyed. It's either or. See what I'm saying? Just because you in the truth don't mean you're gonna be delivered. You can be woken up to the truth to be destroyed also. You got something else? No, okay, no. So hey, so some, like the scripture said, woke up to everlasting life, and some woke up to everlasting shame and contempt, man. At the end of the day, what it
Everything has results like seeds, planted, results. The results of the stock is just a nigga on the coming board. But it stems from a form of teaching. Because we always got something to combat what you say.
Yeah, right.
So it's based upon, you look at that word scoffing in Greek. Right. It says, in the latter days that will become scoffing. It goes into doctrines, man. The scoffing is generated by doctrine outside of what we teach.
This is 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 16. It says, but shun profane and vain babbling.
Right, and that's the spirit we're in now. As we reach the perfection of the ministry, the returning of Yahweh, we really shunning vain. And it's certain things that we touch on, but like these guys that's trying to engage in a back and forth with us, we kind of shun it. Go ahead.
It says, for they will increase unto more ungodly.
Right, it's only going to increase the more ungodly. Right. Because you niggas really want to kill him. This nigga, the truck driver, he pop up in your city. When you see the manifesto on the nigga, it's like, it'll only increase. Ain't no sense of going. We know how to pick our battles, man. We know like bug out with the guys with the doctors. We'll go back and forth with the guys. Niggas just right. Trying to provoke us into a vain happening. Read that again. Just scripture.
But shun profane and vain babbling.
Right, see? Those profane, that's meaning outside of the circle. Well,
for they will increase unto more ungodly.
More ungodly. We ain't there. This is the punch list right now. We closing the shop. The spirit, you know. We're in the final preparation got time to go back to Nick, man. 2023. Spirit of heaven, man. Spirit of anticipation of heaven. Go ahead. What's like a slap? Okay, yeah, catch that, man.
It says, and the word will eat and doeth a canker, of whom is Hymenaeus and Philetus.
Right, so that was already going on back then, right? And what did these guys do?
Who concerning the truth have erred,
Oh, see? That's concerning the truth have error. Go ahead.
saying that the resurrection is past already.
Hold up, is not that happy? You guys that say that there's a new covenant, which really is the resurrection when you go into it. Right? Is the resurrection something different than the promises of the new covenant? They said it happened already. And you know what that proves? You don't even know that you're exhibiting an act of impatience. Whenever niggas say, nah, that's already, you gotta watch that. I ain't gotta go into what you're talking about. The moment you jump the gun on something before it should happen, that's not right. See, that's in the record, right? These guys say, nope, it already happened. So that's what you're having now. Guys just saying, you know, you're already in it. Stop waiting. Well,
And have overthrown the faith of some.
right, that's why you had guys that was on our coming board. It's the same thing. Those guys on our coming board, that now they're moderators. Don't think we ain't watching that. We're watching. But we could go into the records on it. So we don't marvel at these things, man. There's going to be guys that are going to deviate from the faith. And the presentation on the center around impatience. No, it's already. No, it's already here. It's done.
Real quick. Great point, because what is that, Luke 21? When it speaks about in your patience possesses ye your soul.
Oh, right.
So you didn't lost your capability to hold on to or to endure, you know, upon the trials and tribulations for the word's sake.
Right.
That's your ass, Mr. Postman. Hey, if you got faith that, okay, I know this person is gonna do this, because I have faith in what they say they're gonna do. You're gonna wait for it, no matter how long it be. Because
You done came through before.
exactly.
You want to add to the
Exactly. You're right.
shot the 20 before. I'm gonna do that. Shot the 20 before. He went out the way. He came all the way through and shot the 20 before. Now you ain't tripping.
Where's the tripping from?
You know how to
Right.
log it out.
You look out before. Then wait on them. Let them make, you know.
The bus came before.
Yeah. Go ahead, bro.
I caught it before.
Yeah, I caught it before.
Like in the spirit.
Yeah.
What the scripture say? It's like it.
Oh, you got it, bro.
The second chapter. Look at the generation.
Yeah, that's it, bro. You see. Hey, that's it.
Woo. Have any?
Any ever believe in the Lord? That's it.
That's it. That's it. It's that. It's that. It's that. You saw that? It's that the east. Hey, look,
Yep.
the east, man. Look back. Look at the days of old.
The book of Romans chapter 8, verse 24. For we are saved by hope. But hope that is seen is not hope.
So what you hoping for something that you can hold in your hand, man? And you know what I'm saying?
You should hold it in your hand.
Whoa. You ain't lying. Right about that.
It's all orchestrated.
All orchestrated. Yeah, so that's not having faith, man. You know, a tangible thing. If you got a tangible thing, like I always say, through the spirit, such as money, man. You gotta have no faith when it comes to paying this bill. You know, 'cause I got the money to pay it. You just gotta have faith that it get paid for. You got some tangible. So you can hold money, you can see money. So read again up.
It says, for we are saved by hope.
So that hope that we have, how do you have hope? Through the gift of faith. It gives you the capability to hope, man. But the hope that you have, that's how you're going to be delivered. Right. Like you always going to through the time of Jacob's trouble. The dream. You know? You gotta have faith, man. You don't see me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You start doubting, your fucking shoulders show up. Fucking soldiers see your shoulders. You don't have no cloak. You ain't got no cloak no more. Well, Captain, you say, turn on the cloaking device. You know what I'm saying? On the Star Trek. You know what I'm saying? On the cloaking device. The enemy can't see you.
That's that shield and buckler.
That's that shield and buckler.
That's the armor.
That's it.
Above all,
put on the shield of faith. You see what I'm saying? That's your protection.
Right, and we understand those scriptures now because the time we're closing in on, boy, it's going to be heavy, man. Hey, right now, the power's out of it. The power can go out right now. It can happen. You don't have no control over it.
Without faith, man, we can't do nothing, man. You ain't got no power. You ain't shit. You know, when I say you ain't shit, meaning like you really don't. You don't have power to breathe. You don't have power to put yourself to sleep.
Oh, Jacob, you weren't.
Oh, Jacob, you weren't. So you gotta have faith, man. Go ahead, bro.
It says, for we are saved by hope.
Right.
But hope that is seen is not hope.
Yeah, hope that is seen is not hope. Once again, you got it. You're hoping for something that you can see, you tangibly have. Go ahead, bro. I hope I get a car. You don't have one, yeah. Go ahead, bro.
For what a man seeth, why doth he yet hope for?
Go ahead.
That cancels out carnality.
Right.
Because we can't physically say we can go into detail concerning the dynamics of the kingdom.
No. None of that.
We can't even tell you who to seek. That's our right and that's our left.
Right.
She was speaking of things concerning the government, man.
Right.
The rulership. And how was I said, look, that's up to the Father. The line of communication. The Lord has called. I have called.
Go ahead, bro.
But if we like
You got it.
God, it says, but if we hope for that we see not, then do we with patience wait for it.
Hey, that's it. That's why we the messy young
We don't say
niggas.
we're in the new covenant
You
already.
see what I'm saying? Come on.
That's a nigga jump up. We wait in the waiting room.
Yeah.
It was crazy. God jump up and say, y'all ready to, you know.
Wait.
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah, you have rain that stays without it. Right. You gotta wait in the waiting room, man. Oh, no. You come and say, you said what? That's a demon. Hey, but that's the patience.
Yeah.
That's the spirit. You say y'all standing out in the rain?
Yeah, bro.
You know the bus coming.
The bus coming, bro.
Why you not? And we said, yeah, what you're witnessing is the return in exile.
Right.
Yeah. This is the return in exile. Like we said, they wonder what these guys doing out in the cold.
Every week. Every week they
We're dancing to the beat. We're falling under this is the narration of Yahweh Shanal Shah. This was all scripted.
Right.
This was all scripted. The Lord said that in 1 Corinthians the 4th chapter, he would set us up as a spectacle.
Right.
And the guy rolled by. It was smoky, it was foggy, and then, I ain't knocking you, bro. I gotta get this much. Go ahead, Taco Bell, man. Make it a night. There you go. Hey, take it in, bro. Go to Taco Bell. Call it a night.
Real talk.
But that was the spirit of the Lord.
Head for the border.
That total force.
Yeah, that's it.
When the demon to get on you, like, damn, man.
That old goddamn enchilada.
Yeah.
Shit like that.
They saw the commercial.
It's Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen.
Yeah. Evidence. Hey, look at that word evidence.
Yeah, the kingdom is not saying just to add to what the brother going into. Even the deliverance that we speak about. They're kept amid the sad peril. That's the thing they're not seeing too that we're looking forward to. See, we trust in a story. We came across this story. And it entails that some spirits will be kept. We trust. We say, okay, I believe that. And we committed to it, man. That's why the guy said it, man. Y'all still out here in the rain or whatever, man.
Whatever.
And he just went off into the night, into Babylon. They'll never to be seen again. If I had to put a bet, bag in the corner, will he be here in another? I said no. I'll go ahead and put that down. I'll take the over. He won't be here by you. You know what I mean?
Yep, good. I put on that word evidence, Strong's G 1650. It says a proof that by which it says that by which a thing is proved or tested.
Which the thing is proved or tested, man. I just kept speaking about what is it? Yep. You read my mind.
Working.
Right.
Patience, working
That's
experience.
it. You get it. In the contract. Because, hey, we want to be the ones that fulfill the prophecy in St. Matthew, the 24th chapter. And it speaks about he that endureth unto the end, the same shall be saved. That's a prophecy we want to fulfill, man. We want to endure unto the end. What is that, 1 Thessalonians, the 4th chapter? Right? Those that remain, yeah, them the ones that are going to get salvation. Go ahead.
Live and remain.
Alive and remain.
Not just alive.
Not just alive,
but alive and remain. You got to endure the doctrine. Hey, because patience, because you can become impatient. If you just wait, then you'll get the answer. A nigga jump up, I'm done. You know what I mean?
Real talk.
I always look at stuff like a counsel.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Whether it's a counsel at Coca-Cola or whatever, just speaking in the boardroom, and somebody might jump up and get a pay. What do you mean? The numbers don't matter. You know what I mean? The nigga lose patience. And they start, and you know what I'm saying? So all you have to do is just be patient, man. It's scripture says, be as one that knoweth, yet hold in his tongue. So you have to wait and let scripture speak about that purpose, that patience. That the patience have a perfect work.
Oh, yeah. That's it. That's it.
You gotta wait on the Lord. He's bigger than you.
Be still.
Yeah, you woke up one morning and thought, you just ready to get to the bottom of shit. He's bigger than you, man.
Go ahead.
Like that's that stone. That stone was on the nigga for 8 months.
God, the book of Romans 5,
Started one.
in verse 1, it says, therefore, being justified by faith.
See that? That's what's going to justify us, man. Our faith, man. We want to be made just, righteous. And that, how is that going to happen? If Yahweh shall receive you, man, go back to that blood. Go back to that blood, man. This blood covers you, man.
Power of the blood.
Power of the blood, man. That's it. Hey, because look, that's that ransom. That's how the ransom was paid off, man. By the blood, man. Remember, we the ones that have been kidnapped. And how we were going to get out of this captivity unscathed by the blood of Yahweh Shai. That's how he paid the ransom off. Go ahead, bro.
It says, therefore, being justified by faith, we have peace with the Most High.
See? Going back to, 2 Timothy, if I'm not mistaken, 2 and 5, when it speaks about the mediator. If I'm not mistaken, 2 Timothy 2 and 5. And when you go to Isaiah, the 9th chapter, when it speaks about one of Yahushua's titles, being the Prince of Peace. That's why one of his titles is the Prince of Peace. That's one reason, because he that mediator that made peace between Israel and the Most High. And I ain't talking about all Israel. I'm talking about the elect of Israel and the Most High. How? Through his blood. Go ahead, bro.
We have peace with the Most High
So that's how we got peace with the Most High. Go ahead.
through our Lord Yahushua Mashiach,
Go ahead.
by whom also we have access.
By whom also we got peace. By whom also we have access. Go ahead.
By faith.
By what?
By faith.
By faith.
Unto this grace wherein we stand.
Into this favor where we stand. That's how we able to do what we doing, man. Because the Most High was merciful to allow Yahushua to perform St. John 15 and 15 upon us, allowing us to know what he was going to do in the future, give us an insight. What is that? Amos 3 and yep. Fear the Lord, power will do nothing, but he revealed his secret unto his servants the prophet. Let's do the house.
That's right. No, I'm going to add too. That stands. Yeah, like you said, scripture that says staff. Do nothing without me. You can do nothing.
Ain't do it.
So the scripture serves as that staff in which we're able to stand. So, and even physically, we go through the realm, even in the earthly physical realm, we standing. That's why the God rolled by and said, "Stars and rain." It all plays out on all forms and all dimensions to the perfection of you know what I mean? So yeah, the work consists of us standing.
That's go what? Patience. Still like that. We giving diligence. Still waiting on the bus.
Right.
Still waiting on our ride to come. Still waiting on the chariot. To be exact. Giving diligence. Yeah, giving diligence, man. Because we know it. Like, we know. When a person is diligent about something, they sure. You know what I'm saying? They full confidence about it. They putting their all into it. That's what Yahushua wants, man. When he said, when I come to the earth, will I find faith? Yeah. That's you having your light on in darkness, man. Because when Yahushua comes, he's coming from an area, what is it? Isaiah 31 and 5, and birds flying. So it's going to be an aerial thing. Look up, like I was going through the aerial salvation. But when he looked down, you're going to see total gross darkness, like Isaiah the 60th chapter. So if your light ain't flickering, you know what I'm saying, you got your light flickering, he ain't going to know, you know, your light ain't flickering, he going to destroy right there. But if we see that light, you know, what is that, Motel 6, we leave the light on, you know what I'm saying? That's that truth.
City on the hill.
The city on the hill. That's your candle being lit. That's you still having your faith, still enduring unto the end when he comes, when he see that light flicker. He gonna know, okay, hold up. Let me get that. Put that up on the chick, you know. Yeah. Got it, bro. So, hey, so it's about an action, a certain action that you're supposed to put forth. Right? And that goes back into that remembrance too. We remember the actions that we're supposed to be putting forth. You know, what Yahushua told us to do. St. Luke 14, go out into the highways and byways. Go ahead, bro.
Judge the 5th chapter.
Yep, Judge the 5th chapter.
Rehearse the righteous acts.
That's it. Beautiful. Wow.
Rehearse the righteous acts. Actually, the scripture tells you, I was taught daily in the temple. He's a form of rehearsing the righteous acts. It's a form of
It says, when you do these things, you should never fail.
Right. Hey, that's a promise. Isaiah 55 and 11. The words in our, so that's the words of the Most High. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He's telling us, you know, if you do this, I'm going to do this. Right. Hebrews 6 and 10. Take the what, and leave the what, you know. Go ahead, bro.
He said, for so an entrance shall be ministered unto you.
Yeah, that's that way. That's that straight and narrow also, which is what Yahushua, man. Yeah.
Lord gonna minister that and make a way. You know what I'm saying? Think back, you look back in retrospect, and you was introduced to this truth. You probably was searching something else, or you was watching something, and then this thing, and you saw related videos that came across the apostle, another brother. That was that interest in ministering unto you, man. It was nothing you did. And we don't want to hear that shit. That you woke up one morning. You heard, you knew what you was woke up, and if you did wake up thinking like that, you smoked, right? So that's going to cancel out right there. But let's just say, nigga woke up thinking. And we're like, man, I'm going to get to the bottom of this.
The wheels turning.
Yeah. Like you got an alert news break, another unarmed black man was shot down by a cop. You said, fuck that. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this stuff. And you went right to the bottom.
Yeah. So you know what? This is why this happened.
Right, and you went to Google to put an H. Start speaking
You know what? It's like dark.
Yeah,
Like the picture, you know what I'm saying?
Great God, 88 miles an hour. 88 miles. You went into Deuteronomy and you got the breakdown, and the spirit fell on you. Called on you, like, then you started doing videos.
Yeah.
Now, what happened was you heard the men before you.
Ask the 8 shot. What is the Ethiopian unit?
Water.
Ethiopian unit said background, you know what I'm saying? Hot this shit, man.
You got into the breakdown.
Yeah.
Started writing down shit. And
you see, look, that's when your faith get tested too. Because the Most High some serious. He ain't gonna send nobody floating on a damn cloud.
right.
You know what I'm saying? To break the scripture down. He gonna choose somebody, you know, see if you spiritual. See if you know what I'm saying, how spiritual you is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He gonna choose somebody like us. It ain't shit. He gonna bring you first. You know what I'm saying? See where you at. Oh man, you know, I went to high school with you, bro. What you talking? See what I'm saying? No, bro, he gonna see where you at.
You know what I'm saying? 18. I was raised up amongst our brothers. That happened with the house shot. He followed in that lecture. Yeah. Your cousin, the prophet. Right, I'm amongst your brothers. Your uncle. Your nephew. Your co-worker. You can number them up, you know. House of David. Yes, sir.
It says, "For so an interest shall be ministered unto you abundantly into the everlasting kingdom of our Lord and Savior, Yahushua HaMashiach."
Right, so coming to this gathering, that's a privilege to an interest in ministering to people. You're now partaking in the idea of immortality. See, that puts you up there, like laughter and all that bullshit. They into all that, man. They're into that, man. Like that Indiana Jones I was talking about. Now, one, I forget which one was it, with the cup, the grail, where they said that it was the one when he was started up. Well, I think the one started up as a kid, yeah, with his dad. With Sean Connery. Right, with the one with Sean Connery, that's it. And they came across the grail, and they was going into how it brings immortality, the council of youth. That was just them showing you for the spark of what they into. Yeah, constantly digging in that little bubble you niggas live in. You know what I'm saying? That self-gratification, starting bullshit. You got these prognosticators, they out there, they inquiring about everlasting life. That's why they got those spaces that can inhabit the heaven. Yep. Yes, so that's
Romans chapter 5, in verse 3, it says that not only so, but we glory in tribulations also, knowing that
Read it again, up.
It says, and that not only so, but we glory in tribulations also, knowing that tribulation worketh patience. Romans chapter 5, verse like verse 3, it says, and not only so, but we glory in tribulations also.
Right. So this is the mindset we're supposed to have, man. The mindset of Apostle Paul, man. Worrying in tribulations also. And how do you do that? You know, the scripture says, take it cheerfully. That don't mean, you know, you get punched and you goddamn get to laughing, you know, or you get pain inflicted upon you physically and you walk around, oh shit, my back hurts. You know what I'm saying? Or you catching hard times and you just, oh man, I love it, blah, blah. No. Read it again, bro.
It says, and not
You continue in the labor.
You continue in the labor.
That's it. So the scripture speaks about how this is a rejoicing. When you do the lesson, this whole gathering. Right. And furthermore, the scripture says, what son enjoy the chastisement when it happens?
That's it. Hebrews 12.
Right? So to rejoice despite these things, this is an example of it. You know, the yin and yang effect of it. You know, from the believers to the people. And what the scripture says, you will save yourself and those who are here. So this whole forum is an example of rejoicing despite whatever shortcomings it might be. Right. That comes with it.
it says about work of patience.
That's all patience. Work of patience, man. It's just like working your muscles. When you work your muscles, what you do is you build them. You never resist it. So that's what tribulation does to you, man. It builds your patience. It works your patience. It increases your patience. Go ahead.
And patience.
And this is the advantage of having patience. Go ahead.
And patience, experience.
Patience means to what? To be tried out. All right? Now you got experience. And that comes about through wisdom. You know, you got knowledge and wisdom of that situation. Go ahead. Through experience. Go ahead.
And experience hope.
And that's what it's because hey, you said, look, hey man, I taught hell this month, but guess what? I made it through. How did I make it through? Because how about you me on the shop brought me through it? So the next time it happens, you shouldn't pray. There shouldn't be no problem. You should be still and have patience with waiting for the Lord. And that builds your faith, man. Therefore, you never be ashamed.
You understand now that you're under the protection of a higher power. You reduce the hope level. See that experience. You understand? No, it wasn't the 40 hours. You think that's what you want. You get it in the street. You get those strange, let's say, and so some strange things happen. So those strange things start happening outside of your so-called control. Now you understand, oh, now I'm going to build no hope over here. That's why everything is operations die, going real. Hope I grow.
Hey, that's what I always be saying in spirit. Everything going your way. That's when you better motherfucking worry. You gotta worry. That's when you need to be worried. But you need to glory in tribulation. You know what I'm saying? Because you got a chance to be cleansed, man. What it says, take roughly paraphrase and partake in the things right now so you won't partake. For those that's it right there. Yeah, so like we always say, you gotta take it now, so you won't get the look. You know?
Yeah, the noise you make gonna go through it anyway. They're gonna call them forward.
You have to.
Yeah. And again, you know, it's not like you're gonna be, like you said earlier, you ain't gotta just be rejoicing. Because you find out your deal was about to be disrupted. Like you said, yeah, man. Ain't nobody on that nothing. You know what I mean? You like, yeah, man. Call them on justice. Take this with rejoicing. You ecstatic. Call all your life. Now, what's gonna happen? No, you gotta do the work. You gotta continue on the faith. You gotta continue to glory. Everything. This is to the praise of the Lord. If you think glory to the Lord is just in a corner of the house, you know, this is what the scripture is to the glorification of the Lord. It's that Psalm 145. It's one generation shall praise. So that happens despite shortcomings. But again, you find out you reduce the hope. Right? This truth, it unveils your vulnerability. That's why even King David, as powerful as he was, his steadfastness, that when he understood that Yahweh Shah was his main shepherd. All right, so with that, we're going to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Wakabadas. But the honest time, the head apostles, the elders, the great millstone, Shalom, Sister Ravens out there, God, we can believe
Shalom, ETA, above, soon.
Very soon.
This